While 50% of the soldiers in the U.S. Army are trained at Fort Jackson in South Carolina, when it comes to the women, that number is even larger at 60%. That means their job in training these soldiers has become increasingly more important as the roles of women in the military continue to expand. But for recruits and soldiers alike, women's role with the U.S. Army has always been and will always be one of respect.
They went through the same hell I went through, and we all crawled out of it together. So, I mean, there's no labels.
Those labels were officially eliminated in January by Defense Secretary Ash Carter when he announced that all military occupations and positions would be open to all women without exception. While this announcement comes with huge ramifications, for the U.S. Army, equality has already been ingrained in the soldiers from the very beginning.
Before they even come here to basic combat training, the females and the males know that they're peers and they're going to be coming down here to train together. Once they get that confidence, they're both going through all the same stuff. They have the same requirements to graduate basic combat training.
When it comes to boot camp here at Fort Jackson, the only thing that separates the men and the women are the barracks that they sleep in at night.
And while the training requirements are the same, certain tasks offer a different challenge for the female soldiers, but backing down is never an option.
There's no way, if a male would ever help you, if you want to ask for help for the smallest thing, no way. That is your first mistake. They want to know you can do it on your own and better.
Those familiar with the military will tell you women have never shied away from combat.
Women have been on the front lines, not necessarily in the infantry or special forces yet, but we have been to combat.
Throughout basic training, women are pushed to their limits, forced to conquer their fears, and even become something to fear themselves.
I'm not scared of heights anymore. I love shooting M16s and...
I'm not scared of any of them. In fact, they should be scared of me.
After completing 11 grueling weeks of basic training, they leave Fort Jackson not as women, but instead as United States soldiers.